Aloha guys, I'm here with my friend Hugh. He's a coffee expert. We're here in a lot that we're currently selling up in Hulualoa. Feel free to check it out. I'm going to be adding the description on the comment box. But for now, we're going to be talking all things coffee. My friend Hugh is an expert. He knows coffee. He knows coffee. He knows the business so well. So if you are in considering buying a lot here on the Big Island with coffee already established, he's your guy. So Hugh, talk a little bit about the process. So say for example, you're on the mainland and you're exploring to buy a coffee farm on the island. What will be your recommendation for those people that are wanting to create a business here on the island?
Well,
for coffee?
One, probably need to like coffee. That'd be a good start.
Right.
And then, you know, there's a lot involved in it. The coffee process starts from here at the cherry stage, which is right here. There. And then once it's ripe, like that, then it gets pulped and processed and then dried and then dry milled and then roasted. It takes approximately about 2 months to go through the whole process. Currently, right now, we are in season. Our seasons actually start from about August through the end of January. So it's a long season. It's fun. I like it. And I enjoy what I do. I'm one of the few people that actually loves what they do, and I don't consider what I do work. So I hope that works for you as well. Definitely have to love what you do when you're doing this. It's definitely with me, it's not more of it's a passion, but can be an obsession at the same time.
I know, you're so and you know what, as we were touring the property, he was pointing out so many things, and I was like amazed by the amount of knowledge that you got.
Thank you. I
so
appreciate
we
that.
should pop one open so people
yeah.
can see it in raw state. We're going to well, he's going to there you go.
That is.
Can you explain what that is?
That's
the
a raw
coffee.
coffee bean right there. And then this one's not quite ripe yet. You want it to be completely red, which this one I just grabbed off the tree if you saw. But this is, right now we're in the middle of the season right now. It's November.
November.
So we're in the middle of the season right now. And the coffee in the raw shape right here, this is also a seed. So if I was to dry this out and then plant it in some soil and keep it watered, in 2 months I'll have a coffee plant.
Can we eat it like that?
You can taste it. It has
What
actually
will happen if we eat it?
the membrane on the outside is actually sweet, and the castora, that's the skin of the coffee, also has a use, and you can make tea out of it. It's high in antioxidants. Actually has more antioxidants in it than blueberries. So that's a unique thing, unique trait. There's more than just one way to use coffee. It's not just the second most traded commodity on the planet, oil being the first. But it can be used in multiple places, and even from growing mushrooms. They grow mushrooms out of coffee grounds. And that's why in the coffee fields you can find many mushrooms growing.
That's crazy. That is
yeah.
crazy. I'm so grateful for all of your knowledge on
you.
coffee. So what will be another recommendation that you can provide to somebody that is looking to to somebody that is looking to buy a coffee farm here in Hawaii? What are the things that they should be aware of when...
Location's a good one, because you can live in Kona, you can live all the way up from North Kona all the way down to South Kona. There's a very big difference in the climate and
water. Also.
The water. If you're up here in North Kona, you're going to be on county water. If you're down in South Kona, you'll be on catchment. You can live off grid down south. I live down south. I'm completely off grid. I prefer it that way. I don't like water bills or electric bills. As far as living up here, you're going to be closer to town, closer to the restaurants, beaches, fun stuff. Down south, you're a farmer. That's what's going on down south. There are some fun things to do down there as well, but for the most part, this is the spot to live.
That absolutely true.
Thank you.
That is absolutely true, and those are great advice, because there's a lot of people that are, wanting to experience becoming a farmer, and
Agreed.
that is not an easy task.
No.
And I would love to, now that you're here and you're an expert on this,
Thank you.
you can attest to what I'm saying, to where people are like, hey, you know what? I want to go ahead and buy a farm, and sometimes they don't know what they're getting themselves into. So what will you say to those potential buyers that are planning to?
Two ways to look at it. Either you're going to step in, you're going to buy a farm, and you're going to manage and do all the work yourself. You might sub out some of the work yourself for spraying or fertilizing, pruning, things like that. Or you can hire somebody like me, which will come in and just manage your farm from start to go. A lot of times I will actually buy the coffee in raw form from my clients, because I've took care of it from start to finish. So I know that the quality of the coffee is there. So one, you do have also the opportunity to have your own coffee label, come up with your own name,
Yes.
Your own blends of coffee, your own types of roast of coffee, have your own website, and package and sell the coffee to the mainland or across the world. Right now, the average cost of a pound of Kona coffee is going for about $45. Yeah, it's worth it though.
You're like,
It's some of the
yeah.
best coffee in the world. That's why.
It is, and the weather, provides that environment for the coffee.
That is true.
Oh my goodness.
And that's the other one, is you get to live here, and I wouldn't live anywhere else. I've lived all over the world, and I never plan on moving. This is
Same.
home,
Same.
right?
Yes.
So-
Well, there you have it. I mean, it is unbelievable, all the opportunities that people can get when they're getting into coffee farming, and having somebody like you that can take over your existing farm or a farm that you've been eyeing from the mainland. That's just incredible.
And learning the process of it, going to the mills and going to the different mills, different styles of processing, learning about fermentation, non-fermented, wash coffee. It sounds like a lot, but through a couple of years, you can definitely get your feet wet and have a good time doing this.
And you know what? And now also something that we haven't mentioned in this video, that you specialize in organic
Yes,
growing.
I specialize in organic
Yes.
coffee. I prefer it that way. In some cases, in some farming, organic won't produce as much, whereas here, the organic method actually produces better quality coffee, and you can actually increase the production. And there is two ways of looking at that. Is either you're going for quality or you're going for quantity, and that's up to the farm owner to make that decision.
Exactly. I mean, but it's nice that you know how to work with all those certain
Yes.
scenarios.
Yes, I
You
do.
know, and even irrigation, guys. I mean,
It's,
he knows his stuff.
If
Like,
I don't know something about it, then I definitely know somebody that does.
and you're very well connected with the community,
Yes.
and like you said, I mean, you're very well rounded on all types of coffee. So, what is your favorite type of coffee?
My favorite coffee, I like the naturals, which is when the coffee is red, like that. It's not processed through a mill. It's actually taken and it's dried just like that. So all the natural sugars that are on the outside of the bean permeate the bean and actually go through a small fermentation process. So it has kind of a red wine note at the end of it. There is another whole aspect of coffee, which is called cupping. And that's how they kind of like with fine wine, when you have a sommelier that goes through and gives points, they do the same thing for coffee. It's something that I'm just now learning about because I'm more on the farmer end of it, but at the same time, it is another facet of this business that is absolutely fun. I enjoy it.
That is so incredible. And I mean, guys, do you want to tell the audience what did you won recently?
So last year, in 2019, my company won 7th here in the Best Kona Coffee Festival.
Right on.
And it was, I was actually very proud of that one. It was my first time entering it, and it was kind of on a whim, and I was nothing but ecstatic.
I mean,
Nothing but, yeah,
it's
it really was
insanity.
cool.
He's
Out
that
of
good.
400 farms that were out here, that's pretty good. So, Thank you.
What did he do to celebrate when that happened?
I think I got.
Roasted more coffee?
I think I got a room at the Sheraton. Went poolside. I think is what I did after that. And that's always another aspect that you can always do, because if you are a farmer and you live down south, then it's always fun to come up here and have a staycation.
Exactly.
Go up to the Hilton and pretend like you're a tourist.
Right?
Yeah.
I play tours for a day.
Yeah.
Hugh, I thank you so much for sharing all of your expertise with everyone watching. I'm going to be linking his information so that you guys can be in touch with Hugh and just ask him all sorts of questions
I appreciate
as far
it.
as coffee and and again, if you guys are in the market of potentially buying a coffee farm here on the islands, Hugh and we're ready. We're ready to help.
I can definitely
I'll
point
help
in
you
the
on the
right
buying
direction.
side, and he'll help you on the roasting side of things and managing the farm. But I thank you so much for tuning in, and let us know if you have any questions in regards to this video. For now, we'll say aloha,
Aloha.
and shaka.
Shaka, mahalo, and thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye.